Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy and welcome back to Nightcall. I try to treat this game now kind of like I did if you've been earlier in the channel as my Bennett Foddy getting over it. No, I haven't played that in a while. I kind of use it as just kind of like a relaxing game. I think this one's a little bit more up my alley for it. There's stories to be told, people to meet, and just to be completely honest, this week's been bad. I mean, I've had to deal with so much emotion with everything that's been going on. I might get into it a little bit. I try to keep my private life off the channel for the most part, but I'll talk about things that I go through. So we're gonna get into free roaming here, and that door's unlocked, so I hope Dad doesn't wake up and bust through. If you do, okay, me over from Father, only he's not naked. Because that's the thing that happens. Dad walks around naked. Love that. But let's get into it. Let's see. So they don't highlight. I know he's part of the story, but they don't highlight him. Trying to think if there's anybody here that I haven't done. Let's do this one. It's close. If I'm gonna do like a real cab driver, we're going to the closest one. You want to try to get as many calls as you can, but a beautiful woman climbs into the cab. There's something sensual and comforting about her. Okay. No, I just missed it. But don't worry, I'm taking a cab. Anyhow, I just wanted you to know. For me, you think she's talking to herself, but she leans over and whispers her address to you. I think he really enjoyed it today. They start the cab. You notice her hand-free headset practically hidden by her thick head of hair. I'll massage his feet tomorrow, and I'll let you do the rest. A small laugh escapes her. Or the other way around, sure. And, Cruz, it's normal to feel a little awkward at first, or uncomfortable. I mean, not knowing what to do. But you'll see. A couple more days and you'll get the hang of it. Anyhow, you should get to bed now. You need to keep your strength. She stopped talking and her phone call is over. She catches your eye in the rearview mirror and bursts out laughing. You look shocked. Not at all. Passenger crosses her legs and gives you a playful pout. Tisk tisk, I don't believe you. You're letting your imagination run wild. What exactly were you imagining? That I'm on my way home from a threesome or something? There's a mischievous gleam in her eye. Could it be? She lowers her gaze and turns her head. Serious all of a sudden. But I'm not. The truth isn't that rosy. Actually, I was at my son's house. And nothing. But taking care of him since his accident. I'm a nurse. His accident? That's right. He was supposed to meet his father for a rugby match. He was in a hurry. He tried to pass a truck on the right, and as he was leaving the highway, the driver didn't see him. The voice trails off. I don't know how he managed it. Not to die on the spot. Really rough. And all that just to see a rugby match. His smile playful, full of life. I mean, ever since he was little, I tried to get him interested in soccer. And see what happened? A smile of dry amusement flickers across your passenger's face. Anyway, he's been in a coma for weeks now. Grade 2. Not a total vegetable, but not all that hard either. So I had them move him to his place. Cruz and I are taking care of him now. Cruz. His fiancée. A lovely girl. The passenger puts her hand on her mouth to smother a giggle. Totally inhibited, but sweet, very religious. She prays in Spanish at his bedside every night. They've been going out for 2 years now, and I still don't think they've... She blushes. Well, brief silence. You find yourself trying to think of something to say. How are you holding up? The passenger doesn't answer right away. You're afraid you've embarrassed her, but her face looks relaxed. I work in palliative care, I've spent the last 8 years of my life taking care of people who are going to die. question worth asking is, how long before they die? It helps keeps things in perspective. In my son's case, there's still hope. At least I can help. I mean, I know how to do it anyhow. For one thing, there's the day-to-day stuff. Nails, hair, beard. All grows like crazy. There's a lot of maintenance, like a gardener. Same for the teeth. You have to brush them every now and then. Because believe me, if Tito Ton wakes up looking and smelling like a werewolf, we'll never hear the end of it. A smile escapes you. Your passenger sees in the rearview mirror and is clearly pleased. But the biggest risk is not being able to move. Our bodies are meant to move. I know it's hard to believe when our alarm clocks go off, but it's true. Our blood circulation stops working correctly. Our skin gets cold, loses all of its elasticity. So we have to massage him as often as we can. And then there are the bed sores. You know what bed sores are? I think so. In the hospital, there are a lot of patients who are still conscious and who have bed sores. Their bodies are racked in pain. It's like being skinned alive. The worst part is, we have to change their bandages twice a day. Let's talk about brain. Working in a hospital is hard. The work it's pretty depressing, but in Tito Don's case, it's different. I don't have a choice. It has to be done. But actually, I'm happy. We can't talk to each other anymore. He doesn't even react when I touch him. Taking care of him is just a way to show him I love him. That's a good thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Pretty on, huh? That's how it goes. Pastor shudders briefly. Okay, Patricia, enough of the depressing stuff. Let me tell you something funny. Early night, when Cruz and I were watching Teoton. Not exactly a pleasure cruise, but Sun is well over 6 feet tall, and Cruz is crossed between a matchstick and a Q-tip. I was managing as best as I could, rolling him onto the one side and then the other. She was trying to help, though the truth is it's pretty hard for her to take. I mean, it's all new to her. It can't be that much fun. She says was muttering religious mumbo-jumbo to herself in Spanish, Dios mío, and whatnot. And just as I was rolling Teoton back onto his back, guess what? He got an enormous erection. For once, you started to laugh. Pastor joins in. So you enjoy a good laugh. After a while, your pastor manages to catch your breath. A big old heart on. He gives a shrug. First, I was, the heck did he get that from? His father had an altogether different bill, if you know what I mean. Peals of warm laughter filled the air. For a moment, you were happy, as if a weight has been lifted. You go up to the address she has given you. You stop the cab. She hands you the fare. Thanks for the conversation. The ride went pretty fast. She reaches for the door, then stops. You can sense she's really on edge. It's good to be able to talk. It's pretty unusual in Paris to meet someone so warm. Good night. Light nod, like a promise. You too. Good luck tonight. She shuts the door carefully, then walks away. Your eyes follow her as she climbs the steps to the door of the building. A moment later, she's gone. And as you start the cab, you catch a sight of something on the back seat, a Kleenex. You go around to pick it up. Above the handkerchief, you see the word Patricia and a phone number written inside. Look up the building and smile. You know there's a newspaper in the back seat. Your last passenger must have left behind. The one before. You grab it and put it away. Could come in handy. Turn the key ignition and drive away. Patricia left me her number. Look at that. Look at that. It's one of those things where you don't. Well, that's funny. That's a rough situation to be in. I can imagine having to do that. I mean, I have done a little bit of that, but it's just interesting. Life's been That's been crazy, and sometimes I think I just take things for granted and think it's hard when really it's not. It's really just all mental stuff that I deal with, and I mean, it hasn't been easy. Some of you know, a good portion of you know, the stories and everything, and things that I've gone through, and I appreciate you all, but it hasn't been easy this week, and you know, my mother's birthday's next week, so some of you all know that's going to be rough for me, but you know, it's not just that. There's other things too, and I'm sure you guys know, but, or some of you do. But I'm gonna have to push through it and learn, you know, and just grow and try to find peace. Get out of my own head with things. It has been easy. Passion enters your cab. Seems familiar to you. Get to her address, and you start to drive. Glance back at her from time to time, trying to remember where you've seen her before. It's no use. Suddenly she gives a little pout, clearly annoyed by your insistent gaze. Sorry, your face looks familiar to me. She breathes an audible sigh. Could be. She pauses deliberately. I'm in porn. Oh! That's who she is, an actress. A former actress. You'd seen her in a couple of movies a few years ago. Probably why you recognize my face. Her mouth suddenly goes dry. My bad. Her eyes and voice show no sign of emotion whatsoever. She might as well have said she were a teacher or a dentist. Oh, was it? Oh. I'd be like, yeah, so I would say, oh. Did it shock you? No, just didn't expect it. Well, your face looks familiar to me. Probably. Do you watch a lot of porn? Yes. You think of anything like, yes. I watch a lot of porn. Lots. Tons. No, not that much. Right. Either you're pretty rare or you're lying. I'm just busy these days. Just leans forward. By the way, do you like that kind of porn? I'm just asking because I'm curious about what people like to watch. It's not really my thing. It's okay to talk about, you know. Tell the truth. It's true, I hardly watch any. Hardly any. Yeah. You blush slightly. Come on, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Do you prefer younger women, older women? Yeah. Alright, fine. You watch movies? You read magazines? Yeah, magazines. Magazines. But don't you know it's not the Middle Ages anymore. She smiles. Thanks anyway. Sorry for the personal questions. Can't help reading in her eyes, a touch of satisfaction. She enjoyed asking you all those questions. Before long, you arrive at the address your pastor had given me. You have trouble parking. None of these street lights are working. There's nothing stranger than an unlit Parisian street in the middle of the night. Mine gives you a slight cough behind you. Wouldn't mind staying here until I'm in the building. They're doing work. The lights aren't working. So you didn't finish your sentence. No problem. Thanks, I just have been feeling a little insecure lately. All of her energy suddenly seems to have vanished. She hesitates for a moment as if she can feel your connection with the killer, or speaking. I knew one of the victims of a serial killer. Nathalie? Knew her pretty well, in fact. We worked together and sometimes she babysat my son. You know, she was a great girl. Starts talking about her friend. Who she was, who she had been seeing Oh, she had changed just before she died. Oh, it just blips off. Blip, blip, blips off. There's the killer. If you have, hey, spoiler alert, there are killers on the map right now. But, you know, again, this is why I like this, because of all the people in it. You wouldn't think a porn star would be insecure, you know, but everyone struggles with that. Even the ones that are just gorgeous and beautiful and should, you know, in our minds shouldn't be, but so that I've been struggling with, you know, it's hard to say insecurity with a lot of things. It's a real emotion. You have to feel those things. You have to, like, to get over those things, you have to feel them. And, you know, why are you insecure? Figure out why. That's, you know, what I've been processing. Why do I feel this way? And it's hard. You ask yourself those questions. Why do I feel this way? What's causing me to feel this? And process them, you know, and think about them. I've been trying to feel my emotions now for a while with everything, as far as, like, everything that's happened in the past year and a half, and it has not been fun. It's been a challenge to feel these emotions. Sure. The one's like super interesting. We'll just go over here. Badger slipped into the back seat, dragging a backpack that apparently weighs a ton. Looks like Justin Bieber. Do you want to put that in the trunk? She refuses politely with a shake of her hand. Thanks, but I'm going to have to get used to keeping it with me. It's going to be on my back for the entire month. You smile and start the cab. I glance in the rearview mirror. Her passengers are rather young, and camera around her neck looks very expensive. Backpack, scarf, and clothes are fairly worn. Where are you heading? She doesn't answer right away. She lowers her eyes. On the way to Greece to join an NGO rescue vessel. NGO? An association that helps migrants trying to make the crossing. I'm going to do a story on them. Oh, are you a journalist? She smiles. The first sentence you set off. Yeah, photojournalist. I imagine it's going to be pretty tough. Making the crossing dangerous. Is that dangerous? Dangerous? No, not really. Not for me, anyhow. I'll just be an observer, you know. You know, sadness plays across her face. I wouldn't be going if I weren't risking my life. Volunteered. I even made a fuss to get the assignment. Her tone of voice is incredibly shrill. I read first-hand accounts, talking to journalists who have worked on the subject. I can't just ignore the whole thing. She gives a short laugh. They even played a video game about refugees. Beautifully done. Really powerful. I knew I couldn't just sit back and watch. This was my chance to show the world what's going on in there. Pastor's phone starts to ring. Oh, sorry, She glanced at the caller's name. Her face freezes. She sighs, a troubled smile flickering across her face. Takes the call. Hi, Dad. I'm in the cab. Right. Yeah, I told you. I tried, but he wouldn't change his mind. Come on, Dad. I already told you I'll be fine. They wouldn't be sending me if there weren't. She moves the phone a bit further from her ear. Come on, Dad, stop. Dad, listen, everything's going to be fine. I'll be there for 20 days with a group of professionals who've been doing this for years. That's right, a group of rescue professionals. Would you just stop? She sighs heavily. It's no use. Been down this road 1,000 times. Bro. About to get to a tunnel. Made most way. They're going to cut out. The woman looks up at you in surprise, then her face lights up. Did you hear that? I have to go. I'll call you back as soon as I'm... He's interrupted again. That's right. I'll call you back. She hangs up wide-eyed and breathes a long sigh. My parents, they can be a little much sometimes. She smiles. Anyhow, thanks for jumping in there. You can sense the tension, the wave of frustration and anxiety welling up inside her. Her unhappiness and anxiety are palpable. She closed her eyes, collecting her thoughts, trying to dispel her negative emotions. Only had a little time. Time for what? Time to do yoga. Really helps me relax. It's an amazing way to unwind, to calm down, and release tension. There must be a yoga room somewhere in the airport. I can pull over if you like. She looks at you closely, not sure what to think. What do you mean? There's a gas station up ahead, a rest area for truck drivers. Won't be anyone there right now. Alright, sure, why not? There's no more talk for a few minutes. Your passenger glances out the window every now and then. Drive past the gas station, the main building, the trucks, then get to a small, quiet rest area. Clearing, lit up with the headlights of the moon, suddenly appears. There's no one around. The air is cool. The old woman leans in towards you. Is this the place? You nod. It's incredibly calm, as if we were in the middle of the woods. Her eyes take in every detail, every tree and bush. You come here often? Whenever I can. She nods, she understands. It's so quiet, even in the middle of winter, it looks so peaceful. She reaches for the door handle. You won't leave without me, will you? Of course not. Gets out of the cab and puts her things on the picnic table. The wind is chilly, she shivers. She gives you one last look and closes her eyes. For a minute or two, you watch her doing yoga exercises. Her eyes remain closed. Her face gradually starts to relax. The truck behind you pulls out of the rest area. The place has a calming effect on you too. Some summer nights you come here to take a nap. The young woman is stretching now. The headlights cast soft shadows among the dark foliage. In the winter, you smoke a cigarette or two, waiting for potential clients to land. Mom gets back in the cab. She says nothing. There's no need, since she's recovered her calm and is ready to face the rest of her journey. Drive away, leaving behind the clearing, the rest area, the gas station. The young woman is sleeping. The road keeps passing by. Before long, you're approaching the airport. A little later, you turn down the radio. The song fades. I'll pull up over here. It'll be easier for you to get out of the cab. You get to the airport, drop-off zone. A couple of colleagues greet you with a wave. A few bleak-looking passengers are struggling with huge suitcases in the car trunks. Security guards sitting on a luggage cart smoking a cigarette, clearly exhausted. Passenger pays the fare, collects her things, but doesn't leave the cab. Thank you for getting me out of that horrible phone call. I love my parents, but they are suffocating. It could have gone on for hours. So, thank you. I have to go now. I have the feeling my parents are going to call again. Might as well go and where it's warm and I'm not a disturbance. Good luck with everything. Thanks. She gets out of the cab with all her gear. Your eye follows her and she heads into the terminal. The airport door closes behind her. You sit there a minute or two all by yourself. There's no one around. Might as well head out as soon as possible. I want to get paid still. Like, can you still pay me? I like to get monies. I like to see me get monies. Alright, there's a few different ones here. I don't know what that one. I can't even see that one. I guess we'll do that one because I can't see it. It's curious to me. But yeah, there's no gas or anything. It's just free roam. Really like it. I know there's one in particular I'm trying to catch. One particular person. It's really sweet, but I haven't caught her yet. But it's been rough on me, guys, and I appreciate you guys just hanging in there. I'm about to take another sabbatical from the internet, just for a while, and that'll probably just give me more time to do more YouTube videos. Which last time I did that made me feel great. So hopefully I can get back to that. You park in front of a street number the central office gave you. 2 minutes go by, 3. The building's main door opens abruptly. Out comes a teenage girl followed by her mother. They're fighting, but you only catch bits of their conversation. The mother, in her 40s and of Asian descent, is beside herself. She raises her voice. You detect the remnants of an Asian accent. The teenager cuts the conversation short and opposite the cab. She slams the door shut. Nation, Esmeralda, and buries herself into her phone. head bowed. She is absorbed by one of those days where you have to crush fruit into crystals. Yeah. After years on the job, you've learned to distinguish between apps, texts, and games. Email. Phone suddenly vibrates. She answers. What now? There's a pause. You hear her mother's voice on the other end, same raised voice, same accent. Yeah, I know. Another pause. You already told me you know. Already told you I knew. Sighs. I said yes. God, what's your problem? Leave me alone. She hangs up. Crazy old bitch. Her game starts blipping and chirping again. Crazy old bitch button. Oh, you're an average cab driver, eh? I'll do my best. Yeah, my mom's a crazy old bitch and my dad's a shithead. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? It's true. They hate each other and they hate me. Sure about that? You probably think I'm really rude. Like I care. My parents are making my life a living hell. When they got divorced 3 years ago, it was a nightmare. When you got, God, she's just screaming at me. When they got married again last year, I went fucking insane. Now they're getting divorced again, and they have day-long screaming matches on the phone. My mother's lawyer actually gave the case to one of his assistants because he couldn't take it anymore. I'll never have kids. She takes a break to catch her breath. I don't blame her. I mean, have you looked at the time? You think it's normal at this hour to put your kid in a taxi and send her to your ex-husband's? She totally freaked when she found out my dad's new girlfriend has been helping me with my French and homework. Pauses. So yeah, crazy old bitch, shithead. You're doing the best you can. Her eyes go blank and she stares back at her phone. Keep your lecture to yourself. Her tone is sharp, uncompromising. See her watching you in the rearview mirror. She hesitates for a moment, then my mom rips into me all the time. She makes my life a living hell, hacks into my Facebook account, and spies on me, okay? I mean, she grew up in the friggin' jungle. She can't understand what life is like now. My dad, though, he's just a pain in the ass for no reason. He likes giving lectures. He sits down on the bed on the couch, puts on his holier-than-thou look, and starts in. Voice changes. You need to lose weight. You need to do better in math. You need to do better before be in bed before 11 p.m. You need to stop playing stupid video games. Then he flies off to a southern Spain for 4 days with his new girlfriend. So, that lecture of yours, I'll tell you where you can stick it. Stops for a moment to catch her breath. Honestly, I wish I could divorce my parents. I'm 16. There's 2 more years and I'll never have to see their ugly faces again. Long pause, you're getting closer to the nation. She points out toward the street and you stop in front of the building. The man is pacing in front, his arms crossed, his expression serious. How much do you want to bet I'm going to get a lecture? Good luck. Yeah, right, as if you care. She hands you a bill and gets out quickly to join the man waiting for her outside. Exchange a few words in hushed voices. He puts his hand on her shoulder. You can't hear anything, but you are sure she won her bet. Damn. That's rough shit. Oh, this one. Stay there, though. I think we'll slow down a bit. Just been hit with the migraine. Oh my god. Really? In free mode? Cracked window, icy Paris, air fills the cab. You need to rest. You need coffee. You need to close your eyes. Just a minute. One tiny minute. You don't need to sleep. God. You raise your head. There he is, that jackass. See yourself sitting in the back seat. Your gut clenches. No, it's more like someone's pulling your guts out. Yeah, I look like shit, I know. No surprise considering the crap I eat, right? Smirks, just a smile. Can't quite tell. I just got one thing to say. It won't take long. You'll be able to get back to defending the weak and the poor right after. Maybe cleaning up your reputation and that pretty face of yours. This angel of death you're trying to track down, he was right there, right in front of you, and you did nothing. Imagine if you could go back in time, reach out, and rip his fucking face apart. He leans towards you. I can't go back in time. He closes his eyes. It's really not that complicated, buddy. He laughs. You laugh. The sound of it rips through your eardrums. Your gut fills with pain. The memory of that night. You don't remember? You don't remember what you were thinking when the knife pierced your belly? Shake your head. No, Another bout of laughter. Your chest feels tight, your lungs. You hear the very specific whistling noise, the one your chest cavity made the night of the attack. You said to yourself, this guy looks weak. This guy looks small. This guy looks like a pansy. He's talking about the killer. You see his shape in the darkened lobby all over again. Blood on the litter boxes, on the buzzer, on your hands. You're such a piece of crap. You never should have let you out of jail. They never should have let you out of your mama's womb. Bent Comba. As you hear his words, close your eyes. Instinctively. Protect yourself. For a second, just a second, your body feels lighter. You guys float in oversized adult clothes and cigarette fumes. Open your eyes back up. You're alone in the taxi. Any idea forms in your mind. Close your eyes, trying to get back to the night of the attack. You start to picture something. Something you hadn't seen before, like it had been erased from your memory. The killer was short. You slowly open your eyes. Catch your breath. Drive off. Okay, so it told me the killer's short. That's nice to know. Also, again, I want to tell you that the killer is on this map. But I think we're going to stop there. Not a super long video. Really fun. I just needed to play something. Get another video in, play something. I'll continue to do these. Not very... I don't expect to play these like super often, but like when I have, you know, times where I just want to talk and look at this world that this place built. I mean, it's really, really nice. Like, there's a bunch of different people to interact with, and it's fun. So it's relaxing for me and a place for me to vent, because it's just learning about them and just seeing these other people's problems and stuff. And I know they're NPCs or whatever, but the stories were written. Everything's just well written in the game. So it's like it's just really relaxing for me to just decompress and get away from everything. So thank you guys very much for watching. I know it's a little bit, maybe not the most exciting episode like The Sims, which I have another one coming, and the Toilet Chronicles, which I'm going to be playing again, some more of that. But it's good to sometimes just gotta change the pace up and feel things for a while. That's just with everything in life. So thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.